everyone. We are playing an arena game. This season is base map and fan factions, and hopefully you guys can see my cursor now. I made a few changes to my streaming setup, so please let me know if that is visible. And oops. Just want to make sure that this is the right width. Okay, what do we got? We got darklings and engineers. Earth rewards early, dwellings and TPs late. Those both sound like great factions. I like yellow and blue here. What do we got on the pass tiles? We have these two pass tiles, which is often good for a faction like alchemists. I see the round 4 stronghold round, and I think that could be good for djinni as well, especially with stacked rewards early. Annoyingly, I kind of think that darklings will send the first priest to earth. However, we can still get the second priest to earth as djinni, likely. So let's do it. They'll probably start with this priest. We have green put into the last seat. Yep, this definitely seems like a good wheel for black. Obviously, we know that gray will struggle a lot in this color matchup with green, and temp ship is in the game, so green will also be able to secure like f4, g3, all that sort of territory. Yellow is not like too bad, but I think that so the good news for djinni is that black will probably dig e6 with their first action. And that's good news because as djinni, that means that we probably do get the first priest to earth. Chash are also quite a strong faction, so we should keep that in mind. Parrots will cook. Yeah, I mean, they'll probably have very little competition for this single spade, which will be nice for them. Darklings will get to open with this big building tile, which is nice. Sorry, how do parrots do this? Like, I assume that you dig this, you build 5 dwellings in round 1 with the temp ship, right? NGs start with the spade then, or do they start with worker power? I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure there's a case to take worker power over the spade, which is really funny because then that kind of implies that darklings start with like, I mean, I guess you can just start with a spade as djinni, but I think it's more fun to start with a priest. You're tempted to start priest as chash. I'm gonna pretend that that's not really a likely outcome because that would really really suck for my djinni game. I guess I would just start spade, right? Spade is not terrible, and then I would buy the priest with my first action. All right, what do we got for engineers? What can engineers do here? Do we start f6? Can we just start h6 instead? It's really bad if darklings are on e10, right? If we start h6, then we just get absolutely starved of leech. Yeah, if you're starting priest as trash, it goes to earth. I agree with that, but then why is that good? What if engineers take temp ship and then like they take away g3? That seems pretty bad for you, right? If I'm trash, like it is nice to get a priest onto the earth track, but I think that because of the way that the bidding is happening, people are going to think that engineers are the worst faction. So if engies get temp ship and like they take g3 and they get like more expansion opportunity than expected, it will throw the game to engineers, I think. It will really hurt djinni, for sure, if djinni don't get the priest. But I think more than that, it will buff engineers. All right, how many dwellings can we build here as engies? Darklings. So if we place f6 as engies, we rely on darklings not to take g6 with the first action. I think I would rather play engineers than chash here. Like it just seems a little more fun. I think that getting like a stronghold might be fun. It's not clear that you can make a town. You can get another priest action, ship to g3, c4 anyway. I see your point, but then, I mean, I guess I see your point. But so wait, you're saying that you're not starting e9? That seems crazy, right? Like, you got to start e9. Engineers getting e9 would be an even bigger win for them. So I don't think I really agree with all that. I think that you take temp ship as chash, or you take the spade if you have to, and then you try to get the priest and advance ship that way, right? Like, I don't think that the priest to earth line is that solid. You don't think it's right at all? Yeah, well, like a lot of games, I don't think it's right for dwarves to tunnel and dig with their first action, but it does happen. So yeah. And so engineers, we get the spade in the spade round with double dig, right? Like, if darklings take e6, then that protects d4 for us, right? I think that darklings will probably dig e6 with their first action. So double dig is protected, d4 is protected, then we just dig g6 with our first action. And I feel like that's not such a bad opening for engineers. Like, it's a spade round. We start with the fewest, like, we start with the most victory points. We get the extra worker. And in fact, there's a world where we could even town in round two. I think that that's a little too crazy to think that we could town in round two, but it's not impossible. I don't know, call me crazy, but I kind of like this. Earth 1, Earth 2, like, once we get to C2, we should be able to access, like, a fair amount of... well, I guess we can only really access a few grays. There's not a lot of... The late dwellings are not very good for this Engie's game. There's, like, a world where, like, this town happens. I don't know. So for chash, do we get to build late dwellings or not? it really depends on where NGs play, right? Like if it's C5 NGs or something, it could be like extremely aggressive, preventing us from building late dwellings, don't get a lot of town space. As djinni, like engineers could come after E8 if they want to just connect, do something that like the goats players have been doing. That would be annoying because that really kills some of our shipping ops that we like. You think djinni prefer the spade over the priest? You might be right, because they don't really need that many coins in round one. What they really need is to get 2 spades in round 2, but at that point, at some point, they're going to get an extra priest to send to Earth, right? They can just temple Earth to get to the step 4, and then send either buy the priest in round 1 or send the priest in round 2, or buy the priest in round 2 or get on the pass tile in round 2. Like it would be crazy if engineers got the spade too, right? That's also like a point to note here. Mr. Fickles, what's up, man? Go for the throat, man. I don't know about that. That seems violent. That doesn't seem like me. I am a very peaceful person, you know. I've always been a very peaceful player and friendly player. But I definitely like Red Rain going for NGs here. What do we do? Do we E8? I kind of like E8 because it provides good shipping options, but that provides me with 0 town locations. D3 is still safest because it will be a town at some point, because darklings are probably not playing C1 here. But the problem is that this has no neighbor. So like I have to upgrade F3 for leech and then, but I mean, I don't really want to ship early here anyway. Do I? Do I want to ship early? Let's just do D3. You like Scooby the most, TBH? I mean, chash are going to have a very straightforward game. Their main issue is town space in this matchup, I think. You think that it's more likely to be Earth 2 or Earth 1 instead of the Dwelling Rush. Interesting. Well, Temp Ship definitely implies the Dwelling Rush. So we do have the option between the Priest and the Spade. The Spade would go on E3, I think. We could still buy the Priest. I think if we take the Spade, we can buy the Priest and then send Priest to Earth. It probably won't be the first Priest to Earth, but that's okay. And then we'll definitely get these 2 spades on E2 and G2, which I think is really nice. The problem is that this town is going to have like no neighbors for quite a long time, but that's fine. We never said that we were in the best spot, right? Honestly, I just, if you know anything about me, it's that I love like passing for points with like Air 1 and stuff like that and building tall. So if I'm able to get any good neighbors going on here and make some TPs in round 3, I'll be very happy. If I can make any TPs in this round and build a stronghold here, I'll be the happiest person. Wow, darklings got the priest. I did not expect that. So engineers will double dig G6 now, I think. There it is. We'll take this priest. Everything going pretty much as expected currently. Darklings, I think, might just send this priest to Earth. They don't really have any rush to dig any hexes anymore. They might take the workers, but okay, they upgrade first. So I think that the priest to Earth is probably more valuable than like the 1 point of leech that I get, right? This is only 1 extra point of leech, so I think that this priest is going to the Earth track for sure. NG's upgrade over here, which I think makes a lot of sense. How wild would it be for Chash to try to hard dig and build C2? Is that a possibility? Like, could that make any sense for Chash to do that? Like, Chash can build C3 and then do 3 power to a worker and hard dig C2. That gives just so many free greens, like, in the late game. And, like, you probably still beat NGs to G3. I guess that building 2 dwellings and having power for coins later is still way too good, so. Darklings took Fire 1 instead of Earth 2, which definitely implies that they're digging again with this action. I hope that they dig E4. I'm pretty certain I want Earth 2 instead of Earth 1. I think that there's time to get Earth 1 in like this round or something. And if I don't get Earth 1, it's fine as well. It's fine. Yeah, I think that the economy from Earth 2 is just really nice. So that's the plan. Darklings get some nice coins. Engineers build out. They didn't get quite enough leech to open temple, but that's all fine. NGs will be able to make a town next round if they get some leech, which is neat. What's the plan for next round? Good question. I think I want to send a priest to the Earth track, and after that, I don't think I have any plans. I mean, actually, I have the coins, I guess, I have the coins to just temple for Earth 1 next round. That might be the plan. Take a coins action, temple for Earth 1. In fact, I don't even know if I need a coins action. I think I just rush Earth 1 next round. That gets me to the 8 spot on this track, and then I just pass for whatever. Sign me up, baby. This, by the way, is incredibly clutch for me. E4 is incredibly kind of Darklings to do. I don't know if I would have been that generous. And we just take the big building tile, right? I don't really see any reason to go for any other pass tile. This is just the most economy. All right, we have time to buy the coins action. Yeah, so it's coins action, Earth 1, and then there's just no chance that Chash are templing Earth 1 next round, is there? It just I guess there is a chance that Chash are templing Earth 1. Maybe I should Earth 1 first. Right? Because Earth 1 is so important to me here. Because it saves me this priest. It means that the priest can go somewhere else, which is pretty important. Chash, that would mean that Chash get the coins action, which, fine, right? If you're Chash, you're just upping the track and then building D5. I agree. I think that Chash should be taking the coins action, right? And then upping track and building D5. I agree with that. Wow, no, they're making a TP. I don't know about this, but I feel like this definitely vindicates my decision not to take the coins. No, they're going to take the coins. Yeah, they're just going to take coins. The problem with Chash is that the round 3 TPs have no neighbors, right? Like that. I guess that's why you need D5, but you're getting D5 anyway. So it's like F4, E9, D5. You get to build 3 TPs in the TP round. I'm going to build 1, 2 TPs in the TP round. That's not bad. Maybe 3. Maybe I can build E2 as well, but that might be a little asking a little much. Engineers. Engineers are going to secure Earth 1 here. Though I will say that they didn't put the priest to the Earth track, which is pretty interesting. Wait. Oh. Okay. So we get the coins. What? That worked out, right? Darklings cannot possibly get Earth 1 here, right? Yeah. NGs are going to get the 2 key town. That's pretty neat. They might even just take the 1 key town. They only need 1 step on Earth and 1 step on water, but I think that they probably take 2 key. It's just a little more economy early. Comes with an extra worker. Comes with 4 extra power on these 2 cults. Yeah. So Darkling or NGs probably take 2 key town. I think Scoomy is probably realizing like that he just probably made kind of a mistake by making this TP. Like he can take Earth 1 now, but I think he's probably realizing, wow, what did Earth 1 actually get me? Just nothing. Yeah, he's gonna temple Earth 1 and send the priest to Earth, which is probably the right play, but feels a little underwhelming. We're gonna send the first priest to air. It's just there for us, and it'll annoy Chash, and we want priests on the cults anyway. Oh, that's some beautiful, beautiful leech for NGs. NGs were about to single dig and make TPs and make an expensive TP, and now they would have lost 3 points here. Instead, they're going to double dig these two hexes. And who's not getting Earth 1? Darklings chose to take Water 1 instead of Earth 1. I don't think I can really get behind that decision. Like, you paid 20 points to be Darklings in this color wheel. Surely you want to build a lot of dwellings. They're greeting? I mean, they're not getting Earth 1, right? Unless Chash decide on something weird. But I think that engineers are winning now. They think Chash don't want it, but then they just literally built F5 now. Like, it's at worst, like, 1 point. Like, Water 1 greed only saves you 1 point. So, gotta get that 1 point. Fair enough. I guess they could just build TPs next round and not build dwellings, and then they can try to temple for Earth 1 in round 4. That might be the justification here. But Chash do just take Earth 1. Like, the priest take was a clear sign that they needed Earth 1 here. Chash will get 2 points here. They probably put the spade on H4, or maybe D7, I guess. This seems to imply a town is happening over here, but I'm kind of sad that the town is going to go over here instead of over here. Darklings need 1 point to get some leech for a coin's action. Speaking of leech, here's engineers getting 4 power. Just filthy. Filthy stuff all around. All right, so I'm looking at it and doing some math, and it looks like I'm building E2 and G2 and building 2 TPs and advancing ship next round, right? That seems pretty clear. And then I can put spades on B2 and I7 after that. God, engineers are crushing this game, right? Am I wrong? Like, they're actually going to connect as well. They're going to beat me to E8, and they're going to beat Darklings to I10. Wait, can I Sanctuary Water 1 here? I don't think I can Sanctuary Water 1 reasonably. Can I? Can I Sanctuary Water 1 here? How crazy is Sanctuary Water 1? It's too crazy. Okay, never mind. It's too crazy. Why do it this round? Yeah, that's fair. The reason why is because I was on the big building tile. Both Chash and Enjis would rather Temple for Water 1 than SA. I don't agree with that. Chash would want to... Anyone who lands on the big building tile has incentive to Sanctuary Water 1, I think. It's not clear to me that I need Water 1, to be fair. I think that there's a pretty good case that I can just get by with Air 1 starting here. If I Sanctuary Air 1 and Stronghold, then like that Air 1 is going... I'm not going to build any TPs here. So like this would be like 12 points of Water 1 or maybe 9 points of Water 1. And Air 1 is going to be about 6 to 8 points. So it's not clear I need to rush Water 1 that badly if it doesn't really fit my plan. So Darklings are going to go TP, TP. Wonder if they advance shipping too. Okay, no, Chash landed on this past tile. Okay. So Chash... What the fuck is this Chash game? This is... This is a pretty ugly... Yeah, okay. So this is quite bad for me. And it definitely seems to imply that, like, we're going to get engineers trying to connect. If I can get onto like this shipping tile, that actually could be like a pretty nice swing against Darklings. Because then I could get up here, maybe beat Darklings to the north. But it's going to be hard. Darklings can advance their shipping twice this round. They can get up to 2 ship this round and start doing like B3, A8 stuff. I'm going to probably try to town through these hexes over here. But I think that they'll probably beat me to B4. This is just so strange and sad for me. Like... I was going to say, is there a point where there are too many coins actions, but I don't think that that point, I've hit that point yet. Okay, here's probably a shipping town for Darklings. Ugh, man. Darklings getting this leech is bad because it means that they're going to get the coins to come up to... I guess they already have the coins to come up to B3 and C1 and stuff. But I can at least give them leech while they can't take it. So I should not be sanctuarying here, right? I shouldn't be sanctuarying. I can sanctuary for water one maybe next round, but honestly air one might just be fine as is. I think this is probably the time to upgrade F4 for chash, because I am going to build G2. Wow. Okay. I don't really agree with that. I think that upgrading F4 is good. I think I disagree with a fair amount of what chash has done this round. Darklings set themselves up to maximize their leech. That makes sense. They're going to try to get to 3 ship this round. And I don't think it's a bad idea. You disagree with basically everything chash has done this game. I think I mostly disagree with their round 2. And round 3. I think I agreed with round 1. But rounds 2 and 3 I don't agree with. I mean, they might still beat me just because, like, that's kind of how things are trending right now. But, like, their decision not to upgrade F4 it's pretty rough for me. And this has been extremely good for engineers. Like, this has been unreal how good this game has been for engineers. Now, like, a lot of that is like, Red Ram has just played, like, a good game as well. But I'm a little envious that I wasn't in this spot, because I think, like, a lot of people, given these breaks for NGs, could have done the same thing. They did need to make the read not to take the priest in round 1. So it's not like there was no skill there, but... Red is good when he's not tilted. I mean, yeah, he's like a good economic player. But I think that this is like a fairly, like... I guess I just feel like this is a fairly, like, predictable game so far for engineers. Like, he is a very good player, but, like, I don't think this is, like, an exceptional performance or anything. I think this is basically what's expected. Like... For example, right, like, Red Ram got this double dig in round 2. There's, like, no way that, like, Darklings did not have to, could have slow played this and not done that. Now, Darklings also, I also got the reasonable break that they built E4, right? They didn't have to build E4 either. And, okay, now this happens. Okay, Chash did advance on... Okay, Chash did advance a little bit on this track. So I don't think I've disagreed with everything. I just think that it could have been, like, a little different. Oh, wow, I don't necessarily agree with Darklings going here on B5 instead of on B3 first. Not that I mind, because this means I'm more likely to get B2, I guess. Like, I do need to build some dwellings for the rest of this game, and... I guess there's, like, no chance I'm beating Darklings to A7 for that town. NGs probably just make D4 at this point. I'm thinking things through here. I was thinking that I was going to make G2 a TP, but now I'm kind of thinking that I'm advancing ship, and I can buy this single spade and build B4 and just do B4 A5. Then I can put a spade on A6 and maybe a spade on F1. That's kind of what I'm thinking right now. Or I don't even need to do anything with A6. Like if this doesn't turn into a town, I just live with that. And instead, I just turn F1 to yellow, or E1 to yellow, right? Or F1 to yellow. I don't think darklings really have much reason to try to hate dig me here. That would be a pretty bad move for them. So those are some of the things that I'm considering right now. I do think that B2 is pretty key for me, so I am going to transform this hex, I think. I think I'm just going to build this hex. Right now, darklings with 2 shipping are annoying, and they can build this, and like this is a nice town spot for them. Like if they want to go B2, well, I mean, the town spot for them should really be over here in the north center, not like the northwest. But they could come after B2, which is pretty annoying. Because this is like engineers guaranteed will be on C2 at some point, so it provides us, like, it creates some issues for us. Wow, engineers are on temp ship because they have no coins, I guess. They don't need to be, they should be on the ship scoring, I think. But if it does go down this way, then I'm definitely getting on ship scoring. And don't forget to lamp. Yeah, I haven't forgotten to lamp, thanks. All right, let's do this. We're gonna, for our leech purposes, we're gonna send the priest to air. And now we're just gonna build B2. This is just like a pretty key hex for us to just be on. And we'll build this hex as well. And our game is pivoting toward, oh, you were so completely right. This is earth and water. So I was talking a big game about taking the ship scoring. Am I still talking that big game? Answer is yes, I am. All right. I'm curious to see how this one goes. Yeah, so NGs are connecting. It's an interesting network race. I think we're just last, right? Network-wise? that extra makes us want to get water 1. Yeah, we'll see if chash take, like, chash have 2 TPs up. They could sanctuary air 1 pretty convincingly, I think, but it's not clear how they see things. Okay, the rush is on. Darklings not being able to take coins here is hilarious. If we're not able to take coins, then I think that we do. Okay, Darklings prioritize before. That makes sense because they don't need water 1. We'll see what engineers do, whether or not they buy the coins. They do. Okay, so we do get water 1. And I think that we're supposed to take it here. God, this is actually pretty tricky. Whether or not we're supposed to take water 1. It's not clear if we're supposed to take water 1 or not. I think we're going to do it, but it's not like a shoo-in type of move. Oh wait, it's already gone? How did I not notice that it was already gone? Oh, NGs took it last round, that's why. Okay. Okay. Whoops. Okay. Fine. Then I think that we just go here. Yeah, that simplifies things. No, it's not Darklings that confused me. It's actually engineers that confused me. I didn't realize that they already had it. All right, I want to get some leech so that I can dig F1 this round. I want to double dig. I want to double dig A7 and F1. But I don't have the means to get that power, unfortunately. Darklings take a priest. They're going to try to get A7 from me, so I think I'm just going to single dig A7. It's not particularly efficient to do that, but I think I really want this second town, and I think Darklings are forced to give me the neighbor for it. So I think something quite good can happen here, and also NGs are going to pass me on the air track, which is quite annoying, but okay. I'm actually pretty happy with that decision. That was a very good darklings pass there. I don't know why I didn't send the priest to air. I really don't. I think really just getting that second priest onto a good cult is just pretty nice, and this was the track that would have gotten us power, which is why I'm really sad that I missed out on that. I just completely fell asleep at the wheel there. There is a question of, do we advance our shipping here? I'm not sure if we need to. I could just send both priests to cults, right? Like, yeah, like we could, like, let's do this lamp, and then we'll send priest to water, priest to fire. Like, I'm just looking at my coin situation, and I might need those priests. It gets us 2 workers to switch these, so I think that I should do it. 2 workers is not nothing, though. At this point, it becomes less. Oh God, should I just pass for this? Passing is not that bad, right? I just pass. I get 2 workers, then I hard dig this. Or I pass for ETH. I pass and I sanctuary for Air 1 and a coin town. And then I go like TP dwelling, TP dwelling. That lamp might be a waste of my time. All right, let's get our game started. I think Darklings are going to build a lot of natural blacks here, so I'm going to get some leech that'll help me. And I'll take a coin town, and I have lots of hexes to build on if I want them. F1, H1, I7, etc. Darklings have a monster economy, so they are going to beat me on network, presumably, as long as they get hexes. The Darklings Water 1 looks quite sad. You're also now wondering if C2 Hard Dig was correct for Chash. Yeah, I wonder that too. I feel like C2 Hard Dig could have been interesting. But I don't think Chash are too sad. Like, they have 1, 2, 3 hexes over here in the west, right? Like, that's not too bad. Wow, Chash are not taking this points tile, which I disagree with for sure. I wonder if I'm headed for fourth here. It's not inconceivable. Engineers literally have 4 hexes for free, and they can pass on to either points or a spade. I mean, presumably it's going to be the points at this point, but and they're beating me on both network and cults. So engineers are winning by a lot, it seems. Darklings have, I guess they only have water 1. I might be beating Darklings, but it's not clear. They're ahead of me on 2 of the cults currently, which is not great. And they're going to beat me on network. They have more points. Wow, no one gives a shit about this tile. But I don't think I can afford to like play for it either. I just need to do my stuff. All right, let's jam these cults. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to build this sanctuary or not. I think I'm probably not supposed to. It's just kind of costly. In a way that doesn't really help me out much. It's like 4 points, maybe like 7 points. It could be like 11 points by the end, but let's see. Am I in any sort of situation to make a decent network game? F1, H1, I7, B1. That's like not terrible, right? Wow, so this is terrible. Like, I guess chash are just playing for like second to last now. It's pretty depressing. Like, I don't think that their game is so bad that they need to do this, but whatever. I guess I don't know if the move is that bad for chash, right? Like, but it instinctively strikes me as wrong. Like, I did see the possibility coming, but it seemed like a very bad one, so I kind of wrote it off. Yeah, we're just playing on vibes now. We could pass at any time. Presumably someone's going to beat us to the pass, but darklings probably should beat us to the pass now. But we can still squeeze out like a point here or there. Alright, looks like chash are done. Engineers haven't even used their spade. Darklings have one more dwelling to build. And then they're definitely done. So I think I pass here. I just pass and take the coins action. I mean, I should have just played f7, I7, but like this is just not actually good, right? Am I crazy? It's not actually good because chash could have double dug h5 and still gotten I6. Like they get the neighbor on I9, they get the neighbor on I7. It's a lot more TP spots. I guess darklings can build h5. At this point, darklings might as well build a TP, or they're going to build h5, I guess. So fair enough. Though honestly, I would have built c1 instead at this point in time, like because I can't take any leech while they can. It's very annoying to me that engineers are choosing to bump the air track instead of just go up the earth track and take up those spots, but I guess they will at some point. I think that our first actions going into the round, there are decent towns left, so our first actions are going to be to try to send 2 priests to cult. Or 1 priest to cult at least. Probably priest to fire. I'm also just looking how many hexes we've got left. We've only got 1 hex left. Darklings are going to take fire 2. And maybe go for the 8-pointer. So we'll try to jam these cults more effectively than that. Oh, energies are overproducing priests. That's why they're doing bumps. And they're setting themselves up so they can take Act 6 at the beginning of next round. Fair enough. Yeah, this priest is definitely going on the fire track, I think. So 3 towns are going to get snatched here very quickly. Chash will get one, NGs will get one, and Darklings will get one. There's another one to come for Darklings, but that'll be slow. So I think that I'm going to get one of these 4 high VP towns. And I'm not even sure if I want one of the high VP towns. So I think I want to build 3 TPs and advance my shipping twice. I guess I can do lots of coins to coin conversions. So like I have no reason to need these workers other than to build B1. I'm not getting any network points, so in which case I'm considering templing for Fire 3. I think I probably have enough leftover stuff to temple for Fire 3. Or even Air 3, right? Air 3 could do the job as well. Darklings probably take the priest town. They just take 11 points. That's fine as well. Here's presumably an 8-pointer, I think, for engineers. It could be a priest, but I mean, I guess NGs have one more temple to build, but maybe the priest to earth is better than anything else that they think to do. Yeah, they just take the 8-pointer. That makes sense. Okay. So we're getting a priest town, which means that we should advance shipping here. Darklings are 1, 2, 3, 4 moves away. And we are 2 moves away, plus a ship advance. So, wait. No, we don't need the ship advance. We don't need to rush for this town at all, because only one more town is getting formed, right? Only Darklings have a town left to come. They took the workers anyway. Yeah. So in that case, we have time to temple for Fire 3, advance our shipping, and then make 2 TPs. Fire 3 costs us 7 resources. Advancing the shipping costs us 5 resources. And then we would have... we would need 10 more resources. We have enough stuff for that. Yeah, maybe it's better to let our opponents fight for that instead. Because maybe we're just supposed to take the coin town in the end, right? And advance our shipping with the coin town. It would be funny if Red Rain just double dug G4. He could do that and then TP here, hard dig A3 and build A2. Not saying it's good, but it could happen. He just advances ship to 3, that's fine. Do we do this? Do we do this temple? I think we do this temple. We have like nothing else to do, right? I guess we could do this first. Also, I'm realizing that chash are going to end at 14, right? Engineers are going to end at 15. Darklings are going to end at 15. So, like, there is a world where I do B1, A1, and then, like, do a hard dig or something, right? I take a coin town, and I, like, try to build 3 more dwellings. I do have Earth 1. It is worth some number of points. It's probably not worth it compared to just setting a priest to cult, taking a priest town, and templing for Fire 3. But I mean, it would probably annoy chash. And annoying chash is pretty much all I've got left. They need to advance their shipping. They have ambitions with cults. It's probably safe to switch the fire cult, right? I can always respond to NG's taking fire 3 by taking fire 2 myself. Are NGs bound to do that? They're not really bound to do that. They will have the stuff to do that, but we'll see where their priorities lie. Chash need 1 leech right now. They need 1 leech to be able to make a TP and advance their shipping. NGs just take a priest. Okay, so if the priest goes to fire, we know what's going to happen. And we need to respond. So let's just take our coin town. I think I'm counting around 129 for chash here. Assuming that they don't get this leech, which they're looking for right now. Okay, so NGs are going to force me to fire 2. That's quite annoying. Like, I really don't think that they had to do that, but whatever. I guess they're protecting themselves against air 3, but they could always respond air 2, so yeah, it's just... Oh, they just advanced on exchange. Okay, on the handshake track. Okay, so I was wrong. So chash will get to 113 on the pass, 125 with network, 125 plus 127. Sorry, that's 127 plus 3, 130, 134, 136. How much are we getting to? We're not passing for that much, are we? Oh, and I gave them 6 extra points in network, didn't I? So like in the high 120s, and we've got 12 points on network, 15 points on network. Or 15 points on cults. I think we're beating chash anyway, as a very depressing third place. I don't think that there's really any world where we don't do this ship advance. If we had one more power. If we had one more power, we could TP and dwelling, but it's fine. It's fine. All right, so we're going to end up second, I think. The dwelling and the TP are the same number of points. All right, so we're going to pass for 17 points, 115, and then we're going to get 15 points on these cults, 130. Looks like we tie with chash for last, so I guess that happened. I mean, part of the skill of Terra Mystica is predicting how these breaks are going to go. I think I did predict that the double dig on G6 was going to happen, but for example, like getting to double dig for this town was like a good break for NGs. Chash not digging C2 was kind of a good break. But admittedly, like, that was possibly foreseeable. I don't know. Obviously, it worked out. And this was a pretty nice Darklings game, all things told. The water one over earth one was a little sus, but like the fact that we got earth one was probably pretty useful for us. I think that Chash really killed us both. Like they made two decisions that really hurt us, right? And arguably hurt themselves as well. They could have taken a coins action instead of taking water one to block us. So that was that was part one. And part two is they chose to triple dig this hex instead of double digging H5, which would have hurt Darklings. They could have still gotten this bridge. They could have still gotten I6. But instead they chose to triple dig I7. So, yeah. You thought I was never coming to I7? It was a dwellings round, man. Of course I was coming to I7. I think that, so I was just saying that I think that you killed me twice, right? Once by blocking water 1, and once by triple digging I7. Also, honestly, like, you also could have upgraded F4, right? Like, I don't know why you thought that I would never build I7. I had to secure my town space first, but, like, I had no reason not to come here afterward. Yeah, I think it really kind of killed us both, because it forced you to take fire, too, as well. I7 is only marginally worse than H5. It's saves a bridge, yeah, but, I mean, just like having those extra neighbors, I don't know. I greatly disagree with the decision, but I do understand that, like, you felt like you were kind of cornered, so. Yeah. It was unfortunate, but obviously it's kind of predictable that we would both lose in a game where you triple dig, so that's what happens. All right. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for chatting. Thanks for the game. We'll see y'all later.